Interviews are conducted to highlight a particular subject, subject matter, or subject. Interviews are frequently used to influence or change public opinion, whether it's to promote an event, rebrand one's image, or market a product. Today we will be looking at top 10 celebrity interviews that broke the internet. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to our channel. Number 10. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, a former heavyweight world boxing champion, is regarded as one of the sport's most menacing competitors. Iron Mike repeatedly found himself in legal trouble away from the boxing ring. After his break, 33-year-old Tyson agreed to an interview with Channel 9's Russ Salzberg in order to publicize his return to the boxing ring and his desire for money and fame. If the intention was to show off a new and improved Mike Tyson, he utterly failed. He continued to be incensed and appeared to still not comprehend that boxing is a sport and not a death match. Tyson was questioned by Salzberg about his thoughts on the underdog predictions. "I don't know anything about the stats," the Warrior retorted. "I'm going to kill this motherfucker because I know what I can do." Number 9. Mel Gibson. Hollywood actor, director, producer, and screenwriter Mel Gibson attained recognition in several capacities. Gibson consented to participate in a Dean Richards interview for WGN-TV in January 2010. Richards claimed that Gibson's PR firm first asked him to focus on his most recent film, Edge of Darkness, and to steer clear of the actor's widely reported personal issues over the preceding few years. Richards declared that he would only undertake the interview if he could elicit relevant, newsworthy questions. The interviewer was shocked that a performer of Gibson's quality hadn't been given a straightforward response to interview questions by his PR team. He clarified by using Gibson's drinking issue and anti-Semitic diatribe in order to make his point. The actor sought to divert the subject after clearly becoming irritated. Gibson referred to Richards as an asshole after he suddenly ended the conversation. Number 8. Paula Abdul. Paula Abdul, a judge on American Idol and a singer and composer, has long been in the news. When others started observing her erratic conduct while working with her on American Idol, allegations of substance addiction started to surface in the early 2000s. The Abdul interview with Seattle's Fox station in 2007 was the one that caused the most controversy. The singer appeared inebriated or under the influence of drugs as she mumbled her words and rocked back and forth in her seat. American Idol took a step back from the interview and sent any questions regarding the singer's peculiar actions to her publicist. Not once, but twice, the sound was cut off. People shouting might be heard in her microphone when she is alone in a small space. Without incident, she completed 20 of those interviews. Seattle made a mistake, that was all there was to it. Number 7. O.J. Simpson. 2018 saw the unexpected publication of a lost Fox interview with former football player O.J. Simpson. In the interview from 2006, Simpson discusses the horrible killings of Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman, for which he was prosecuted and found not guilty. Simpson gives a thorough account of the murderous night, speaking solely in hypotheticals while omitting details from his recall. He paints a picture of himself and his friend Charlie driving up to his ex-housewife's brandishing a knife. When Goldman shows up, they start arguing verbally. When Brown Simpson appears, he tells O.J. and Charlie to go. Simpson recalls taking the knife after she fell. Simpson laughs and says, "I don't remember anything that happened after this," emphasizing to the interviewer that this is only a hypothetical scenario. Number 6. Charlie Sheen. Although Charlie Sheen is currently among the most despised individuals in America, this wasn't always the case. Before he went off the deep end with drugs and porn stars, the 2.5 Men actor was one of the highest paid actors on television. Sheen's career was not helped in 2011 by his strange interviews justifying his prior vices. He called his detractors retarded and threatened to sue Warner Brothers and CBS for axing his popular TV series. He claimed on NBC's Today that due to the psychological agony they created, his former employers would have to grovel to get him back and raise his pay from $2 million to $3 million per episode. He told NBC's Jeff Rossen, "I'm tired of lying like I'm not exceptional. I'm sick of trying to hide the fact that I'm a complete freaking rock star from Mars and nobody can understand me. I do not anticipate them to. Number 5. Quentin Tarantino. One of the best filmmakers in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino is responsible for classic films like Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Bastard. He is infamous for having an extremely short fuse, especially when talking about sensitive matters. The director was interviewed by Krishnan Gurumurthy of Channel 4 to promote his newest movie, Django Unchained. When the subject of violence in his films was raised, Tarantino promptly cut him off. The director claimed that he has already addressed his views on violence in movies and that it would be a waste of time to go through them again. He wished to discuss Django. Gurumurthy persisted, nevertheless. After growing irritated with the interviewer, Tarantino ultimately yelled at him, saying that it was none of his damn business what he thought about that and that Gurumurthy was neither his master nor his slave. I'm turning off your butt. Number 4. R. Kelly. R. Kelly, a singer and record producer, was charged with 10 counts of sexual assault. Not as he had hoped, the interview went poorly. Kelly made an effort to change the story. He acknowledged that he was a flawed individual who made errors in his interpersonal connections. When it came to his behavior with women, he denied, however, that he had ever broken the law. As evidence of his innocence, he pointed to the 2008 case in which he was cleared of 14 counts of child pornography. Kelly erupted into tears and hysterics throughout the interview, calling the claims ridiculous and not real. King patiently sat by as the singer got up and started hitting his chest. End it. You guys stop playing. I didn't do any of this. It isn't me. He sobbed, I'm fighting for my fucking life. With this garbage, you guys are killing me. 30 years of my fucking career were given to you. I want to be able to communicate with my children. You don't want to accept the truth, do you? Number 3. Woody Allen. In the midst of a custody dispute and ongoing inquiries, CBS aired an interview with writer and director Woody Allen conducted by Steve Kroft for 60 Minutes in 1992. Kroft grilled the director during the conversation regarding claims that he had molested his daughter Dylan. Allen refuted the accusation and asked the audience why he would pick this particular moment in his life to become a child molester. He portrayed Mia Farrow as a scorned lady who was envious of the mature connection he had developed with her daughter Suni, who was 21 years old. Despite the fact that 57-year-old Allen continued to live with Suni, who was still only a college student, many questions remained unanswered. Although Allen may have succeeded in making Mia appear insane, it could not hide the reality that he was having a sexual relationship with her daughter. Number 2. Prince Andrew. The spotlight was on the second son of Queen Elizabeth II. The high-profile group of associates of convicted child sex offender and pedophile Jeffrey Epstein also made news. When she was 17 years old, Virginia Roberts admitted to being trafficked by Epstein to the Duke of York. She stated that at one of Epstein's estates, the prince had intercourse with her. The prince attempted to minimize his friendship with Epstein during an interview with BBC News' Emily Maitlis. In addition, he denied ever meeting Roberts despite being seen in photographs with her. It's uncomfortable to see the interview. Prince Andrew finds it difficult to justify why he kept going to Epstein's New York home after Epstein was accused of committing child sex offenses. Epstein's residence, according to the prince, was only a handy location to stay, and his only mistake was a propensity to be too honorable. Number 1. Tom Cruise. One of the most well-known actors in the world is Tom Cruise. Cruise sacked his renowned publicist Pat Kingsley in 2004 after she advised him to tone down his discussion of Scientology during press appearances. Without Kingsley's direction, the actor embarked on a talk show tour in 2005 that severely tarnished his reputation. He just couldn't stay on the subject of his new movie, War of the Worlds. On The Oprah Winfrey Show in May 2005, 42-year-old Tom Cruise fervently professed his love for his new fiancée, 26-year-old actress Katie Holmes. To the shock and consternation of the audience, he leapt up and down on Winfrey like a manic happy in his new romance. The spectacle was often observed and discussed. There was no turning back now that Cruise had started acting strange. That's a wrap for today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more future videos.